So we have a new boss which is for Frost Scale mod. Special effect is crit damage and attack increase. Every time you do damage, you get some buff, 4% up to 10 times, so 40%. Then wind damage increase by 20%. The gimmick itself, there's really nothing much. Boss gimmick itself very simple. You hit the boss will get damage taken up for that element. So you hit with one skill, you get damage up. Nothing much to think about with this boss, you just do the fight. Naturally, you get all the buffs. This is the team. So we are all in on this side, because this side just goes more. For Mont, our main DPS, she's gonna run Freedom and Triumph. But actually I have something to complain about the card. This card set looks good on paper, 8% pierce on resonance, up to 2 times, so 16% pierce. The thing is, the fallout attack is only half a kit. By the end of the day, you still need to get the defense to 0%, excluding the pierce rate. So this pierce rate thing is literally useless, because after you get the defense to 0%, pierce rate becomes useless, because you can't go below 0%. But yeah, this one sucks, but at least the Triumph 2 set and 4 set is pretty good. The 7.5% crit rate is quite good, but need to be careful not to overcap, of course, because especially with the 5-star weapon, you get like 16% crit rate or something like that. 5.4 times 3 stacks for 16.2 stat screen. So for support, we have the twins. Twins will run Nativity and Power, the typical set. Then they have 5-star weapon, stat screen. And of course your Court. Court will actually run Departure and Control, because I need the defense debuff. So again, do your defense calculations on Lufer.net. She has a 5-star weapon, stat screen. And for Navigator, I'm running Integrity and Labor, 5-star weapon, stat screen. For Dagger, I'm using Star Compass again for defense debuff. So having a combination of like Control Departure from Court, and Star Compass allows me to skip like a Yanosik mark or something like that, because that's like 40% total. But anyways, for Persona, first one we have Vishnu, very important here for defense debuff. And also increase the wind damage taken. Then we have Dionysus for Rebellion, for the crit rate, and then activate the crit damage. Then we have Narcissus for Rakunda and a Spike. And then make sure you put the wind persona in front. This is to trigger Mon's passive for higher wind damage. This one, 33%. For turn order, prefer twins to be first, especially if it's A0R0. Then Wonder should be second. I don't know why it says 4th here, but it should be like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. You cut with the twins. Then you use a Spike from Narcissus. The reason why you use a Spike, or any wind in general, is to trigger Mon's passive. This on the technical scoring. Every hit of wind damage you do, you get an attack buff. So we have to do a wind damage here. Need to try and keep above 100% of time, so that we can also have 100% of time during the weekend turn. Then we just guard Court. Skill 2 in Mon. The reason why you do a skill 2 is because it does less damage. You don't want to break it too fast. You skip a Futaba skill because it does too much damage. Then we do Fire Ice from Twins. Then do a Rakunda. Rakunda has to be on Narcissus, so that you can use the highlight here. Same reason as why we use Spike on the previous turn, is to trigger the Mon passive. Then again, skill 3 on Wonder. Do the highlight again. And also this will trigger Courts for 5-star weapon. Actually only recently realized this, but 5-star weapon does give you more buffs, up to 3 times of the highlight used. So we want to try and stack that before the weekend turn. Then Mon, we need to do a skill 3. You do need to do a skill 3 at least once before the break turn, so that you can get a Freshie stack, because you can only get a Freshie stack when skill 3 is active, which is the Spring's Edge, the Wind Field thing. Then we can do a Futaba skill 2. You can set up now. Then you do a Psy Nuke for the pierce rate. Then you do a Vishnu to debuff. Then Court skill 1, make sure you shock. Then you got it. And now on Mon's turn, you do a skill 2. The reason why you do a skill 2 is because skill 2 gives you 2 Springs Vestige. Skill 1 only gives you 1. So we use the skill 2. Technically it's I think 3 stacks. Becomes 5, I think, yeah, it becomes 5. Because 2 is from the skill 2 itself, 1 is from like a default wind skill. And we do a Futaba skill 1. debuff. Then we do a twins highlight. I only recently just realized this, but the skill amplification doesn't buff the highlight and the skill of the twins, only the twins. So it's a bit unfortunate. So we can just do a 5X highlight here. Usually I would, like in the last update, I would use a skill 3 first, then I'll use the highlight. But the highlight from the twins doesn't get buffed from the skill amplification. So we use a highlight first to boost the skill 3 damage here. Then we do a Dionysus Repellent, which will give us crit rate and crit damage. By this point, you can check your crit rate. The crit rate must be around 83 or less ideally, because 10% from Court Shock, 7.5% from the Triumph set. This one is not included into the stats. So it's a 17.5% plus this. One is slightly overcapped by like 1% or 2%, so it's not too bad, but just make sure you be careful with that. Then we do a skill 2 from Court. The reason why we do a skill 2 here is because skill amplification is active. Then we do a skill. Okay, if you're using A1 twin, it doesn't even matter because you have the skill amplification active the entire fight. But yeah, we do a skill 3 from Wand. We give it the field. Then we do a Futaba skill 3. Final turn, also the big damage turn. Then we do a Fire Ice highlight. So you can check the stack. The Swan on the ice, oh, it's only 6 stacks unfortunately. It caps at 7 stacks, but it's fine because we're gonna use a Spike from Wonder. Then this will get us to 7 stacks. Yes, 7 stacks, so it's capped now, which is a good time to cap. So we can do a skill 3. Because we do skill 3 now, right? So we can do big damage. 800k, that's pretty good. Highlight again. 700k. And we end with the skill 1. 1.5, that's pretty good. 118, okay, for some reason I got quite a bit lower. The highest was 121 million, but yeah, still a good score. The other side we have Atavaka, which is the UE boss, but we're gonna use Queen because Queen is just better. Resonance increase doesn't apply to Queen, electric damage also doesn't apply to Queen. Assassin does apply to Queen. Then for the gimmick itself, every time you do damage to Atavaka, you get a mark for the element of the skill that you use. So you use a Queen, you get Queen mark. So if you use a nuclear move, you get a nuclear mark. Then when you reach 3 marks, the boss will summon a Rakshasa of the nuclear mark. Then you kill the Rakshasa, you buff nuclear damage, and then boss can summon 2 Rakshasa. So it's up to 30% buff, I believe. Then this is the team. Since there's no code, no twins, we are running Leon. Queen is gonna run across the awareness and truth. He has the 5-star weapon, stat screen. Then we have Vino, who's gonna run harmony and truth for the nuclear damage increase for Queen. Then 5-star weapon, stat screen. For Leon, he's gonna run Trans Prosperity. There's also a new card set, like something Reconciliation, which is like a new best card for support, but I haven't farmed that yet. So this one. But also, I think the full set with the space card is increasing 12% damage or something like that. But yeah, I haven't farmed it yet. Then he has a 5-star weapon, stat screen. Then we have Win for defense debuff and buff, integrity label, the 5-star weapon, stat screen. Then Tiger, I'm running Starry Compass again for this side because it allows him to completely skip extra defense debuff, so you can focus on like buffs. Then for personas, we have Bishan Mountain. This one we just give Rakunda, and then we're gonna use Imperial Purge also. Then we have Yolanga for Rebellion, and finally Komokuten for Revolution. Turn order is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 swappings should be fine. First turn, you do a skill 3 from Vino. Then you do a Leon skill 2. Then you can just do a Bisha Mountain hit here. And so give the Atavaka the mark, the nuclear mark. Then skill 3. Then we can do a skill 1 from Wind. Then skill 1 from Vino to inflict the ailments. Then Leon skill 2 again. Vino highlight, make sure you target the boss to give the ailments. Then we can do a Bicha Mountain Rakunda. We do a Queen skill 2, make sure you don't target Queen, we want her HP to be low. Make sure the Queen gets hit. Okay, that's good, because you want HP to be low. Okay, that's even better. Then we do a skill 1 again from Wind. Then here you do a Vino skill 2. The reason you do a skill 2 is, first reason is to give ailments. Second reason is to remove both the inside stacks, because we are going to kill or break with a Queen skill 1. And if we do a skill 1 while the Rakshasa has insight, the Rakshasa will be knocked down and then the 1 more will trigger and you will mess up the move kill in the weekend turn. Then we target the Rakshasa again to kill it. It's to increase the chance of skill 1 landing on the boss. Do another skill 2. No, skill 3 on Queen. Then we do a revolution. Then we do a skill 1, make sure the main target the boss and just hope that kills. And then get the ailments also. Then the skill 2 activating here is perfect. The reason why it activates here is because we used a Vino skill 2 just now, which broke an extra insight. If not, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't activate here. Then we do a skill 3, make sure you don't target Queen. We don't want to heal her. Then we do a Leon. Oh no, yeah, we do a skill 3 first from Vino. So you can check the elements right now. Okay, it's looking good. This one is only 1 turn, but it's fine because we're gonna do a Vino skill 1 next turn anyway, so it's completely fine. Then we do a Leon highlight on Queen to give the crit damage. Then we do a skill 2. And go for Yolanga. Rebellion. Off the crit. Then we can crash out. And do a skill 3. Okay, decent damage. Then we do a Wind skill 3. Again, don't target Queen. And we do a Vino skill 1 to inflict the ailment. Now he has all 5 elements including radiation. Skill 3 from Leon. Then we do Bisha Mountain. Bisha Mountain can give you quite a bit of points. For some reason, this combo of skills, like this turn order of skills from 1 turn, works the best for me. Revolution, Rebellion, Bisha Mountain. I don't know why, but yeah. Here we do a Queen highlight. Okay. Then we do a Queen skill 3. Final hit. Okay. It should be 48 or something. Yeah, 48.2, that's decent.